Hey, welcome to this explainer. Today, we are breaking down the 2025 Sophos report on cybersecurity in the Asia-Pacific region. And we're going to see why the biggest threat to our digital world, well, it isn't a new piece of malware. It's something a lot more human.
All right, let's just dive right into the heart of this. Because, this story isn't really about firewalls or complex code. It's about the people on the front lines and the human cost of cyber defense. It's getting to a point where it's just not sustainable. So let's kick things off with the big headline number from this report. And wow, it is staggering. A massive 86% of companies are saying their cyber defenders are being pushed to their absolute limit. Now, to be clear, this isn't some small issue hitting a few companies. This is an industry-wide epidemic. And this burnout isn't just about people feeling tired. It has direct, real-world consequences. We're talking weaker defenses, slower response times when an attack actually happens, and key people just up and resigning. And look at this. In almost a third of cases, it leads to an actual security breach. The stakes here are incredibly high. You can even measure the cost. This burnout crisis is literally stealing 4.6 hours of productivity from every single security employee every single week. Just think about that for a second. That's over half a workday just gone, wiped out by sheer exhaustion. What's really concerning, though, is that this problem is getting worse, not better. The amount of lost time has jumped 12% in just 1 year. You can see the pressure is seriously mounting, and the cracks are definitely starting to show. Which brings us to the big question, right? Why is this happening? What are the specific things that are creating this perfect storm of stress and exhaustion for our cybersecurity teams? Well, the report breaks it down into something it calls a fatigue and burnout triad. It's basically a combination of 3 core pressures that are just relentlessly feeding this crisis. And these 3 things really build on each other. First, you've got an explosion in the number of threats. Second, the teams just don't have the people or the tools to handle it all. And third, they're buried under this growing mountain of complicated compliance rules. It's the absolute perfect storm for burnout. And this table just shows it so clearly. Look at the dramatic shift in just 2 years. The challenge of just trying to keep up with new threats has leaped from being the 7th biggest frustration all the way to number 1. The sheer volume and speed of attacks has completely reshuffled the deck. Now, to deal with this, organizations are turning to a powerful new technology for help: artificial intelligence. But as we're about to see, AI is turning out to be a very complicated ally. On one hand, AI is a huge bright spot. AI-powered security tools can be a real force multiplier. They help automate tasks, they improve the accuracy of threat detection, and they give defenders some much-needed breathing room. But then, you've got the flip side. Business AI tools are creating a chaotic new threat. It's the classic double-edged sword. The very same technology that can help the security team is also creating huge new risks for the rest of the company. And this new hazard has a name: shadow AI. It's exactly what it sounds like. Employees using generative AI tools that IT has never seen, never vetted, never approved. As the report puts it, it's basically shadow IT 2.0. And let's be super clear, this is not some future theoretical problem. It is happening right now. A staggering 46% of organizations say they're already dealing with this. Employees are grabbing these AI tools, whether they have permission or not, and it's creating a massive new headache. And this is a total security nightmare. Teams have no idea what tools are being used, what sensitive company data is being fed into them, or if the AI tools themselves have vulnerabilities that could be exploited. It's a gigantic blind spot. So, you've got this dual crisis: human burnout on one side and technological chaos on the other. How are businesses actually trying to fight back? Let's take a look at the strategy. Well, the main response seems to be to throw more resources at the problem. We're seeing a huge push to hire more people, bring in more third-party partners to help out, and of course, invest in new security technologies. And businesses are definitely putting their money where their mouth is. A remarkable 85% of organizations are increasing their cybersecurity budgets this year. And for almost a quarter of them, it's a pretty significant hike of more than 10%. But, it's not just about spending more money. It's also about organizing smarter. We're seeing a clear trend toward embedding security teams more deeply inside the main IT group, which helps break down those silos and just get everyone on the same page.
So, after looking at all this data, what's the big takeaway? What does all this mean for the future of cybersecurity and for the people who are tasked with defending our companies?
The ultimate message of this report is really, really clear. Technology alone cannot solve a burnout crisis. It can't manage the chaos of shadow AI. The only way forward is to focus on people, to have a clear strategy, and to have strong governance in place.
And this leaves us with a really powerful question from the report's author that every leader should be asking their team. If AI just went away tomorrow, what would your course of action be? If the answer to that question is a long, concerning pause, then you have a deep, strategic problem that no amount of technology is going to fix.